Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Small Victories by Johanna Basford, and we are colouring this very small flower using Black Widow's pencils today, and I have to decide what colour. And I'm looking around, we've got a blue, we've got a purple, we've got a peach, we've got a red. So are we going to go pink or something else? Well, it looks very tulipy, doesn't it? I know Johanna says she doesn't draw real flowers, but to me that's how it looks. And I'm actually going to grab some bubblegum, not real bubblegum. Here it is, bubblegum and colour. Gosh, my children, they've never had bubblegum or chewing gum. I just didn't ever see the point of it, so I never bought it for them. And they've never had cola. They've never had, I'm going to fade that off like that. They've never had an energy drink. They have had caffeine by mistake, but yeah, I think, crikey, they'll leave home and they'll be like this sort of Haribo eating energy drink, Coca-Cola, and they'll rebel and do all those things. I am going to go for there's a really pale colour that I found in yesterday's session. It was it light pink, really pale, but I think it's going to suit us quite well in this one. So yeah, it's quite sharp actually. Just going to do the tip. Now I don't know how much you can see of a difference. I can see a little bit of a difference. It doesn't look quite so white and it looks more finished to me. Yeah, I just didn't, because I don't have those things, I didn't buy them those things. It wasn't that they were banned, it's just when they were choosing things I would just direct them to something else. And I used to let them have a taste of alcohol. We don't drink a lot. We don't anymore. We didn't used to. We used to a little bit, you know. I'm going to find the sapphire. And so if we had a bit, we just gave them a little taste and they really didn't like it. So they were just never interested in it. Here it is, sapphire. And I didn't want to, I was taught actually by a cousin of mine, very good advice. And she said she never made it a taboo for her son. She let him try it, let him have a little bit at home, sensible amounts, that sort of thing. And in her knowledge, he'd only got drunk once. And he didn't used to really like going out, doing that sort of thing very much. So she said she felt that worked. So I thought that was a very interesting attitude to take, which I did the same thing, you know. And they know that it's not healthy and all those things that you learn at school. Perhaps not all schools, but their school. I'm going to use the cool green. They were taught about it. And so, yeah, they've never been that interested. My son went to a party and had a drink with a friend of his once, cool green. But he said it was nice, but I don't know what he had, a vodka and lemonade or something. He liked it, but he wasn't interested in having more than one, and he says he hasn't had any since. And I think he would be honest with me. He's old enough to do what he wants. It's not like he has any need to pretend otherwise. And, you know, I would obviously notice if he came home drunk. But usually when he goes out with them, he doesn't have a drink at all. Okay, there is that one done. So very quickly. And I'm just wondering whether I'm thinking that the pinks don't really blend into each other perfectly. There feels like there's a line here where one finishes and the other begins. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time, because this video is so short, just trying to work this a little more to help that blend. So basically take that a bit higher, but really gently. And then hopefully it just looks like it's almost the one colour just fading out, even though we know that's not right. And maybe those end ones a little bit darker than the middle, just because they're a little bit further back, like that. And then I'm thinking also at the bottom of these leaves, we could go in with quite a dark colour just to make it look more shadowy, just because we can. I'm going to use the fang green. Just give it a sharpen. And then just where it's really close to the stem. Ooh, snap the end. I don't know if you can hear that. Just put a little bit in and then just gently just fade it like that. There we go. And then I am going to go back to my sapphire to just blend that in a little bit better. You might think this is unnecessary. I mean, I'm just doing it to see whether it makes a difference, really. I think it does a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to put a bit of cool green back on the tip again. Why not? Let's just do that as well. I'm going to also put a bit there. There we go. I think if I fiddle around with that anymore, I'm going to spoil it, but there it is. So you have seen that you can use 2-3 colours per each element on this, even though it's so small, and you get quite a pretty look. But there we are. That is all of today. Quite short. We've got a real pretty, teeny weeny pretty one to do tomorrow. We'll see what to do with that one. But for today, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.